So, after we finished Ratchet Clank 2 and 3 with only the Clank Zapper and the Infector, I was left wondering what the worst weapon in Ratchet Clank 1 is. And then, it hit me. Can you beat Ratchet Clank using only the mineglove? This challenge was requested by both CrowXCVIII and Jackie Pendragon 2041. Thank you for continuing my mental decline. And if you want to see a specific challenge run, throw your ideas in the comments below. I read all suggestions, and just maybe I might do your idea. The veterans of the channel know the rules, but for the new viewers, I'll just really quickly go over them. We will only be able to use the mineglove. This includes defeating enemies, destroying crates, everything. We can only use the wrench for bolt cranks and nothing more. We cannot destroy crates with the wrench, and we cannot damage enemies with the wrench. We can use all gadgets other than the sonic summoner because come on. And for the bonus challenge, we will not be allowed to increase our max health. We will be stuck at the base 4 instead of 8. This will increase the difficulty of all bosses and the second half of the game. Oh, and we'll be playing on a new game. To summarise, we can only use the mineglove. We cannot use the wrench for anything other than bolt cranks. We cannot use the sonic summoner. And for the bonus challenge, we cannot increase our maximum health. Oh dear god, this truly is the ultimate Ratchet & Clank 1 challenge.
It's not worth it! It's just not worth it! Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
Now, normally we cannot even buy the mineglove until Rilgar, level 7, about a third of the way through the game. How will we actually play the first third if we can't buy the weapon? Well, who said we're gonna buy it? If you hold L1 and R2 while putting in this code, you can unlock the weapon immediately, for free. It's not stealing, Billy, it's cheating. Using this debug cheat will give us the weapon, but it won't have any ammo. And seeing as we cannot break crates with the wrench, we've got a little problem. Luckily, as we learnt in the Pyroster only challenge, the robots here can destroy crates. Unfortunately, as the only weapon you're supposed to have in this level is the bomb glove, the devs made it so these ammo crates only drop bomb glove ammo. Why? Make sure to pick up a few bolts here though, as it will make our future lives a little bit easier. Future lives, by the way, means right now we have a vendor here and we can buy ammo for the mineglove from it. For now. The first few levels are more of a tutorial on how we will be playing the game, so I'll spend right now going over what the weapon actually does. You can throw down a homing mine. This mine's homing range is incredibly short, however. On top of that, there's a weird delay when the mine explodes and when the enemy is actually defeated. It has 50 ammo that costs 5 apiece. We free the mayor and witness Quark's final moments, before then getting the plumber his transport out of here.
Geronimo! Did he just slide down a sewer pipe?
We'll be skipping over the next couple levels as they aren't too interesting. The run isn't in too much trouble until Umbris. It's always Umbris. Now, a few key issues here, the first being that we can no longer buy ammo from the vendors, a slight side effect of unlocking the weapon without buying it. And before you ask, no, buying it does not fix this error. I've wasted enough bolts for all of us. This does mean that if we run out of ammo, our entire run could be compromised, with no way to get ammo back. Now, the mine throwers are by far the biggest problem here. The bombs will actually destroy the mine, and our range isn't good enough to simply throw them from a safe distance. We can luckily skip the first launcher by swinging right here and gliding all the way down. The enemy mines are pretty easy to take down, just throw a mine, get aggroed, and run back to the friendly mine. Now for the biggest challenge. 4 launchers, guarding 3 switches. Yeah, no, I'm not even going to pretend we actually did this. Go up to the closed portion of the wall and do some funny collision detection to simply jump over it, bypassing the entire section. The rest of the level isn't too bad, just make sure you don't run out of ammo because again, we can no longer buy any. After a little shark murder, Captain Quark is revealed to be evil and Clank certainly has some harsh words for him.
But Why?
and the captain sicks his pet on us. This fight is actually quite easy. Make sure to collect all the ammo in the previous area, and we can just rapid fire the Snaggle Beast with mines. In between phases, he will put up a shield, just direct him over to a bridge to continue the fight. Repeat twice more and the Snaggle Beast goes down. But before leaving, make sure to collect all the extra ammo in the arena. We reach the war-torn planet of Battalia. This place introduces 3 new enemies: Camoblag, Troopers, and Tanks. Camo guys are easy to take down. Find out where they are and throw a mine nearby. When they pop out to throw bombs at you, they will explode. Troopers can be treated like most enemies, simply approach them from the side and throw down the mine. Tanks are the most difficult. For me, I just ran ahead of their pathfinding and laid mines while I was running away from them. After finding a soldier and fighting through the city, the commander goes AWOL. A true hero of the people. While this level is definitely possible normally, why bother? We can make use of funny collision detection. For new viewers, we can take advantage of the kind of janky nature of collision in Ratchet & Clank games to scale walls we aren't necessarily meant to. We can scale this wall on Gaspar to essentially skip this entire level, getting a hold of the pilot's helmet and leaving. My job is so much work. Clank escort level that takes way too long, but luckily for you, we're skipping it.
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now.
Poketaru is normally one of my favourite levels. In this challenge, it's utter hell. There are so many enemies in this level with not so many ammo crates. And fun fact, if you die, no, when you die, the ammo crates don't respawn, which means our best bet is to reload a save file. Extra fun fact, when a mine hits any form of water, it immediately explodes. And if the enemies were even touching that water, they will be fine. We need to time the mine to hit the fish exactly when he's fully jumping out of that water. This is difficult to get, but once you know the sound cues, it's repeatable. Other than that, ammo management is very important. When on the boats, stand on the glass and wait the enemies out. Only 5 will jump on at a time and eliminate all of them with a single mine. We reach the jet fighter and get the much better than the helipack thruster pack and destroy the hydro harvesters, rewarding us with the O2 mask. We can now return to Auxon as Ratchet, now that we have the O2 mask. This would normally be the level where we get the premium nanotech, but obviously with the bonus challenge we cannot increase our max health. We end up running away from most of the enemies as they are all sleeping. Doing this quickly enough with the thruster pack should be easy enough, and we unlock Hoven. In Hoven, we have to destroy this missile on a turret near the top of this structure. Now, as veterans will know, we don't have to destroy this helicopter, and in fact we can just skip the entire level. See, the game only checks for Ratchet's X and Z coordinates to enter the turret, so if we glide below it, we can just simply walk into it. It really is that easy, and is actually one of the easiest skips in the entire game. We proceed to destroy the ship carrying the missile. It falls to the ground, but luckily doesn't destroy the planet, and we're ready to go into space. As always, Altanis Orbit is a very technical level. It's filled with force fields that for the most part we cannot take down. The first can be with thruster pack ground pounds, but as veterans know, that won't be enough to get us through the rest of the level. Using our trademarked funny collision detection, we can high jump onto the ledges on the side and reach the roof. Welcome to Out of Bounds. We can then high jump onto the arches and high jump across all of them. Jump towards the ship. The visuals aren't loaded in, but the collision is still there, I promise. Finally, jump through the fence and you have just skipped most of this level. All that remains is a final room in which we can simply throw down mines on the spawners and let the bigger enemies take everyone else out. Captain Quark ambushes us with his super cool spaceship and is looking for a big fight, but I don't really feel like it. If you do a long jump here, run around a bit to hit the checkpoint and jump down, we can just skip the entire encounter, skipping the second major boss. Fun fact, by the way, there's a gold weapon shop here, but the gold mineglove is not for sale. And again, I'm not too sure if we'd even be able to get it, as the game doesn't believe we even have the mineglove. Now, normally I say that Altanis isn't actually too difficult of a level in these challenges, but this time, oh, it gets tough. First though, we do the easy platforming part and meet Captain Quartz Steve. He sells us the PDA. Unlike the normal vendors, we can buy ammo for the mine glove here for only 25 bolts a piece. Oh dear god, that's criminal. This is to only be used in emergencies, as we do not have this kind of cash. Now for the real difficulty spike. These electricity enemies can actually destroy the mines, so we're gonna have to come up with a completely different strategy. Just run past them. Not a single enemy here is needed for progression, and we have plenty of bolts, as we can't buy the gold weapon. So just run away. This is kinda difficult, as the range of these enemies is insane, and obviously, running away means that we aren't looking at them and their attacks. It's fine though, we get the info bot from this guy suffering from PTSD. Core 2 is a small level with the same enemies as Altanis, so the strats there can be applied here. We are introduced to the coolest thing in the game, Giant Clank, where he gets missile wrists and can shoot energy beams at giant robots. Now once again, we can skip most of this level with funny collision detection. If we head immediately left from the main plaza area and take the elevator up, we can high jump and glide onto the main building, high jumping off it again. Line up like this and land onto the green platforms, jumping across them and jump into the void. The level should load in, and after a few rounds of enemies that should be easy enough to take out, we get a hoverboard race and then we acquire the hologuise. We return to Core 2 with our new hologuise to sneak into the factory. This level isn't too difficult, we just need to attack all the enemies at once to stop them from activating the insta-kill button. This area doesn't take too much out of us and we head on to Drex Fleet. Drex Fleet is another level like Core 2, another pure stealth segment. We need to take out the enemies before they one-shot us with the button. This is a pretty easy level, we just need to be patient and manage our ammo effectively. Just a couple of mines that should take down the robot guards. Just make sure you do not die, as there are no checkpoints present for most of this level. We fight through Drex Fleet and find out that Drek plans to destroy Veldin. So, we head there to finish the final level in the challenge. You all know what's coming. You all know. And I'm not one to disappoint. F*** this fucking knockback. I hate knockback. I fucking hate the knockback. The tanks can go f*** themselves, and those f***ing little drop ships that can almost f***ing one-shot you. If you get hit once here, you just will die. The only saving grace in this area is that the trespasser locks save. Just keep praying to God and he will save you from this. But not for long. The Drek boss fight is horrible. We want to try and go into this with as much ammo as possible from crates, as we will not be able to get any in this fight. There are very few moments where we can actually damage him. His shockwaves will destroy the mines, but we can treat the mine glove like the bomb glove and just hit him directly with the mines, but this does take a long time. Honestly guys, I didn't have a strategy. I was just running everywhere and restocking ammo until eventually the boss was conquered. This did take a great many attempts, but if you made it through Veldin, the writing is already on the wall. Ratchet & Clank destroy a planet that's hopefully not already inhabited, and the Ratchet & Clank Mine Glove Only challenge is complete. Thank you to all YouTube members, I appreciate every single one of you. A specific thank you to Al Gore, Bento Baker Primordius, Friendly Neighborhood Lurker, Glitch the Fox, Invidual, Kupo Corner, Multibrad X, No One, Vendor Games 012 on YTB, _XX Pitters 98XX _, and thank you for watching the full video.